What, Blabs?
Nothing.
Tell everybody what you said.
Nothing.
Tell
Not
them.
a vape.
Tell
I don't know
them.
what you're talking about. Hello.
It's okay. We had foreplay already. I mean, hi.
Oh, you
Hello. She showed us her feet.
Oh my God. Welcome out to Side Scrollers, everybody. We had issues with StreamYard, but here we are back at it. We have found a way to be discovered again over here on YouTube, which is great. For those of you listening over on Spotify and stuff, we'll figure out a way to get it to you guys. But we're here. We're doing it a little different than usual today, but we're back at it and ready to go. We are here. Hopefully everything is all right. People are saying my volume is low. I don't know how to bring it any higher. Outside of doing this, am I higher? Am I better? I hope so.
You sound a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm like pulled all the way up. Gotta say it with your chest.
Yes.
But here we are. We're back at it. We're ready to go, and we got a great show for you guys lined up. I'm sorry for the StreamYard stuff, but I'm not going to apologize because we didn't have anything to do with it. But
I blame Wicked.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
always
sorry.
Wicked's fault.
I know I haven't been back in a while, and I broke StreamYard. Sorry.
Speaking of Wicked, tell everybody about yourself.
I play games. I host Saucy Saturdays with X-Ray Girl and Disparu, and I talk about pop culture.
All right,
That's what I do.
Excellent. What about you, Loom? Or
Well,
Lum
I
Lum?
play
What do you like to be called?
Loomy or Lum. That works.
Lum Lum.
Whatever people decide to call me, I don't care.
Okay.
At this point, people are calling me the foot fish, and I'm like, there's no escaping this. So whatever at this point.
Okay. Well, we're glad you ladies and fish ladies have joined us today, which is great. We do have a lot going on. Oh shit! I don't even have our run sheet up, Blabs. So
No, you don't.
I don't even have.
It's just me, myself, and I.
Oh no! I don't have anything. I don't have anything going.
What are we gonna do?
So we're just gonna wing it. But I would like to remind you guys, we are live only on YouTube today because we don't have Rumble. But you can follow us over on Rumble. If you guys would like to find us over there, it would be greatly appreciated. We also, you can find us over on X at Side Scroller Pod. And of course, you can find us over on Instagram. Can't you, Blabs?
Yeah, we can. So find us for there for memes and clips of the show and random ass stuff. Otherwise, Wicked's gonna hit you with her banana.
You got a banana laying around there?
You have a banana?
She was actually looking around. She's like, "Shit,
I'm like, what do I have to hit somebody with?
Yeah.
She's
I have
got
a
ruler,
mirror.
fine.
I have a mirror. Back up.
Okay. Well, so that's good. Of course, we want to encourage you guys to head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com if you guys want to support us over there. We got some big things planned for 2025. Can't wait to share them with you guys. Making some changes to the show. Got some really good things on the way. It's going to be good. Also, you can head over to therealgameawards.com as this morning we opened up the voting for Best Gaming Journalist, which is awesome. We also had the Best Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft IP voting going on for our voting members over there. And this evening, the coup de grace of the day will be Worst Gaming Journalist will open up this afternoon. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. It should be really, really fun. Speaking of Best Gaming Journalist, one of the things that we are going to be talking about today is Endymion, as he's actually nominated for Best Gaming Journalist this year, which I don't even think he knows. We haven't tagged anybody on it over on social. But we're going to have him on because he has been canceled by GFuel, and we're going to have him on in a little bit. Blabs, oh shoot, how are we going to? Oh, you know what? Yeah, we can just send him a link. Blabs, can you send him a link?
Yeah,
Okay.
and just tell me when you need him.
Okay.
Chats keep saying you're still really, really low, and I don't know what else to do. They're
I-
saying we're really high and you're really low.
Okay, hold on. I got one.
Should-
Let's try this. Is this better? I'm pulling myself up this way. Is this? Am I improving this way?
I mean,
You
I
sound
thought
louder
you
now.
sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very loud now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too loud.
But maybe, too loud, but maybe it's just better for them. Like,
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's this weird YouTube issue going on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Much
Everyone
better.
says that's
saying
better.
Yeah.
Okay. We've done it. Hooray. And if there's any issues, blame it on Blabs, which is good. But we're
It's
here.
normally what happens anyway, so it's fine.
We appreciate you guys working. Oh, I was like, what just happened? What just happened? Anyways, we appreciate you guys rolling with the punch this morning and finding us, even though, we had all those issues. But we do got a lot to talk about today, and we're glad you guys are here. But first, as always, we like to start with today in video game history.
Ah, okay, we're good. I don't even. Damn. Okay. All right, here we go. December 19th is Quackshot starring Donald Duck, released in 1991, which I'll be honest, I didn't know this game existed. Now I want to try it.
Oh my God,
We have-
Quackshot. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. So good.
It's-
Oh,
looks
I want to
fun.
play.
Exactly. I'm doing all the Disney games on PlayStation 1, and I know this is a Genesis, but I still want to try anyway. Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land releases in 2001. Guys, check this out. Truck Simulator Driver USA 2024. Released, 1 year ago today in 2023. The
Nice.
end. I thought it was great. I want to try Truck Simulator.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Beat motherfuckers.
Beat.
Trucker Blabs.
Well, I'll tell you this, Blabs. While Quackshot is indeed a great game, really fun for the Genesis, I think if you were to go and play it, you'd really enjoy it. But a game that you missed out today, which, my God, what are you thinking? Kid Icarus for the Famicom Disk System, one of Nintendo's primary IPs, a B tier IP for Nintendo. But Kid Icarus, released in Japan 38 years ago in 1996. That was a good one right there. I love that. So that's pretty much the big one that what Blabs, is there something wrong?
No, I just, I can't roll my eyes at you?
Don't roll your
Little
eyes about,
perplexed.
do not roll your eyes at Kid Icarus. Don't even think about it.
I'm multitasking. I'm just rolling my eyes.
Don't do
You'll
it.
get canceled real fast, Blabs.
Yeah,
Calm down.
They will come for you. You do not mess with Pitt. That's his name.
Okay.
Now listen, a modern marvel for the Super Nintendo, Street Fighter Alpha 2 was released in 1996.
Yeah, but Truck Simulator 2024.
Yeah, but Truck Simulator, there's that. Well, Blabs, the Bugs Bunny collection was also released in Japan for the Game Boy in 1997.
Well, here's the thing. There's been so many releases that I've been highlighting from Japan all week long, if you guys have been paying attention. That I tried to stick with USA releases today. So
okay.
I kind of limited myself today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Blabs. Way to really limit yourself. It's good.
Listen, I am unlimited.
I am unlimited.
That was a wicked joke.
All right.
Not even wicked, but like wicked music. It's fine.
Did you see that movie yet?
No.
You didn't? Did anybody see
No.
that movie?
I refuse to see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Why?
I hear it's actually like a good movie. It's just all the PR around it's been trash.
Yeah.
Because of the PR, and I also just like the stage musical better.
Yeah, I
Well,
like the
I feel like you
musical.
can't beat the original.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about any of it. I know that she had a braid in her hair, which makes her,
She's a
bunch of
bald
braids.
bitch. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Blab, jeez, just reel it in a little bit. Good Lord. God, she's so mad. So mad today. You know what we're not mad about? We're not mad is we have a sponsor today, and this is actually spectacular. So please roll the footage, Blabs. All right, you guys know that I am actually very much looking forward to getting into game development here at Side Scrollers. And I know from your reaction to that announcement that you guys are also interested in getting into game development yourself, which means today's sponsor has wonderful timing. This is boot.dev, and I'm going to tell you straight up right now, this is absolutely genius. You can learn how to code while feeling like you're playing a video game. Look, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to take the demo. It takes only 2 minutes. Fix your first bug. Oh, we got a bug. Fix the math bug on line 3. Player health. There should be a minus. Boop. Submit. Yeah! With boot.dev, you're going to learn back-end development from start to finish in Python and Go. And here's the thing. The smartest way to learn to code is to make sure you're never bored so that you stick with it long enough to actually reach your goals. And you can't learn to code without actually writing a lot of code and building real projects. So that's exactly what you're going to do with boot.dev. And here's my favorite part. They don't ever want you to feel like you didn't get your money's worth. So they offer a 30-day no questions asked refund policy and a free demo of every course and its interactive features. And if you go to boot.dev right now and use our promo code SIDESCROLLERS, you're going to get 25% off the entire first year when you select the annual plan. People are always saying, learn to code. Well, yeah, let's learn to code. Go to boot.dev. Remember, they support us, so please support them. Okay, so look, this is a sponsor that I can truly get behind. And I think boot.dev is spectacular. I tried using it and I am all on board. And if somebody like me can use boot.dev, I encourage you to use it. The link is in the description, so definitely go check it out. And I know, like I said, a lot of people are getting behind the idea of learning to code, or they want to get into game development. This is a great first step. And I didn't even mention in the read there about how inexpensive it is in comparison to the actual cost of development, like going to school. It's crazy. So trust me, it's super affordable. Use our code. Would really appreciate it, guys. Okay, so with that said, appreciate boot.dev for their support. We got a lot to talk about today, but first we'd like to hit super chat. So Blabs, can you please pull some of those up?
So I can only pull up the 6 that were on the previous live stream.
Okay.
But this one is from Vegethan, says, Craig, hide your feet, hide your wives, because Loom is here. Marksman says, Loom, I DM you a clip about Arch. Okay. Jason says, sorry, Craig, but we came here for Blabs on her duly appointed replacement while on vacation.
Okay.
Benjamin says, I said hide your feet, not your stream quality.
Sorry, Benjamin.
Hell, so it's clearly an attack by GFuel.
Yeah, we'll get to GFuel in a little bit.
Magnificent Male says, whatever happened to you guys getting a third host?
You know, I was thinking about that actually today. I still think that there's room for sure, but Blabs does such a great job with her huge personality. I just don't know.
And my multiple personalities, he means.
That's true.
Well, you already have a third with the multiple then.
That's right. Well, and here's the reality of it, guys. You are the third host of the show. I don't know if you guys quite realize that. You guys are always the extra chair. So James came in and says, Blabs, what Sith goes? Lol.
I don't know. I can like do these if you want. If you have triple with one monitor, by the way. They just don't. I just can't pull them up. Anyway, Kratos says, we all know StreamYard sucks and sometimes OBS. Vimaran says, hi all, Wicked. Any chance you'd convince Disparate and X-Ray to hop back in on Helldivers 2? It's having quite a renaissance. Check Steam charts, but with new enemy faction and a bunch of other new stuff.
We're working on it. Everyone's been busy, but we'll get back to it.
They will
soon.
return.
We will.
Matt Hatter says, side scrolls went, whoa, Craig is no longer allowed to be heard. Correct. Silence, male.
I'm going to turn me down.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Shut up now. Necro says, looks like Nintendo of USA showed their fetish for censorship. Seemingly they are afraid of anime girls in Neptunia. They just banned swimsuit DLC in the newest game. Hope Endymion and everyone doing well. Thank you very much. I tried to do that website printed on the recent Barbie packaging, thinking it would take me to Virtue's webpage. I was mistaken. So that's
Wicked.
Weird. Yeah. That happened once, didn't it, Wicked, with your username on Twitter with the wrong tag? Yeah.
Oh, it sure did.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Sure did.
Keisha Corey says Merry Christmas and boobs.
Hey,
and then Ian gifted 10 memberships.
Let's
If
go.
you please got one from Ian, please say thank you. And it will, Ian. And by the way, Wicked and Lim, if you didn't know, they're called memberships for now on. Not memberships.
Okay.
Got it.
Benjamin says, we don't identify as a journalist, Craig. And then Bike Short Senpai says, I'm going to learn to code, Ma.
Let's go. Use our promo code.
Ta-da.
That's right. Link is in the description. Okay. Look, we do have a lot to talk about today, and I'm glad you guys are here. So Blabs is going to be guiding us along this ship today, whether you like it or not. Yes, it's going to be good. So with that said, what, Blabs?
We should speak pigeon. It's fine.
What?
What?
I don't think he knows BBC Pigeon. It's fine.
Oh.
Please fill us in and take us on our wonderful journey, because it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. Find the button, Blabs. Can't even. What? Hard news. Oh my God! Hello, Blabs. All right.
What?
Oh my gosh! What a
What? I'm doing my best, bro. Okay. Anyway.
What a membership of a show we have going on today. That's
the one-man show. I'm doing everything. Okay. Listen, we're gonna talk about Epic Universe that's opening up in May 2025. Because listen, I think we're all excited for it here. And since Wicked is in a certain location that's closest to Epic Universe, I figured we'd just do a little deep dive onto the portals. Now, have you seen anything about the portals at Epic Universe, Wicked?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Let's
So
have a
this
look.
is what I'm talking about, how they're gonna have portals to each like world in the new park.
Ooh.
So they're all specified. So let me just scroll. So they're still working on this one is for Harry Potter right there. But let me see. There's a Nintendo one I really want to show you. This was it Dark Universe or something there? Okay, here's what the Nintendo one's gonna look like.
That's
Oh,
so
that's
cute.
Let me
so
open a
cool.
bigger image for you guys. There we
I
go.
love it.
So every
Oh.
single portal has a quote. And so for Nintendo, it says, "Here we go." And it's all like, this is pretty cool. They don't
It's
even have
really cool.
that I saw. So this is gonna be specific and exclusive to Florida. So that's just a really fun quick hit for you.
Yeah.
There is more. Hang on, let me share this one now. So this is what it still looks like under construction.
They're working
And
on
this
it.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is opening up in May. So like I think it's a lot further than we see. These are probably old images.
Mhm.
And then this one is for like the Dark Universe, which is all the
Ooh.
monsters. So I think Wicked's gonna really enjoy this one as well because she
Yes.
likes weird people.
To be clear, I don't think they're going to have the giant purple portal that you actually walk through. There's not going to be some
Aw,
weird
man.
mist.
Well, now I'm
no,
not
apparently
going.
there is. There's
Oh.
gonna be some weird stuff like lighting. Like for the Ministry of Magic, there's gonna be like a weather vane and all that stuff. So like it looks interesting.
Blabs
This
said
is
I
no.
wonder
Harry
if it's
Potter.
going to be like I'm going to be kind of disappointed if we go to Nintendo Land. It doesn't make the noise when you go through.
Like a tunnel or something.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm
I hope
sure.
so.
I feel like they have to have like the glowing stuff inside of it. You know,
Mhm.
like when you're
Something.
zooming through, like maybe Rainbow Bridge.
Hey, Lumi.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Lumi,
Uh-huh.
which world are you most looking forward to with Epic Universe?
Man, if I could afford to go over there, I would say either Harry Potter because
Yeah.
my sister would demand that I take her with because she might be a bigger Harry Potter fan than Blabs is.
Ooh.
Press X to doubt.
Yeah, Blabs
she
you
has
just triggered Blabs. Congratulations.
She has the merch and tattoos to probably prove it.
I don't do tattoos, so
Mm.
but that's just like a personal preference.
That is fair. She got the Death Eater tattoo on her arm. That was one of her first tattoos she got.
So Harry Potter for sure.
The big cup.
I'm big on. I'm looking forward to the Nintendo World, obviously. Although I know exactly what's going to be in it. Like I'm really excited for that. I'm looking forward to Nintendo World and the monsters area. That's going to look really, really great. And
Because that's like super original, right? Like they have never done
Mhm.
anything like that in any Universal park. So
Yeah, well, they
Exciting.
used to have. I never got the chance to go to it though since I moved over here. They had like a Monsters Diner at Universal, but then they closed it down because they're working on this stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, nothing this big though on the scale. I'm excited for it.
what about you guys? Chat, normal men? Like I said, we were talking about this before the show, but Steph, my nerdy home, apparently she's going, and it costs like $500 to go the first day or first week or whatever it is. But
I thought it was, Wicked said Krista.
yeah,
Yeah.
was it Krista? I'm sorry, I thought it was
first
Steph.
day. I don't know. I think they're
One of the ladies.
one of the
G&G ladies.
yeah.
Well,
Damn, bro, $500.
yeah, that's it. I mean, but you're there opening day, you know. You think about those people who were at Disneyland in 52, and they got in for a shiny nickel.
Yeah, but, like, you're gonna have to go through all like the kinks of the first day opening. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it to me,
Yeah.
especially $500.
Imagine the crowd and the smell.
Yeah, and
Well-
like I said, it's the first day. It's gonna be lots of kinks and things.
It's not going to be a gaming convention. It's not going to smell that bad. It's going to be
Well,
outside.
It's gonna be May in Florida.
Everyone's just walking
It's
around with their
gonna be
armpits up,
May.
just letting their freak fly. They're going over here, letting everybody smell their.
Sweating everywhere.
As they're walking through the lines, they're straight up getting the pit stains. All that. Ugh. Anyways, sorry. Sometimes.
Why
Dave
do
Gold-
you think of these things?
You know-
Why you are, man? Who thinks of that?
My wife asks me that all the time. She says, "Why do you think like that?" I don't know,
Why are you-
Blabs.
You
Why are
believe
you
to
the
speak
way you
doesn't mean
are?
you should, man.
I don't know.
Yikes.
Anyways, so there's all that. Okay, what else, Blabs?
Okay, so this one is Wicked started a war, and we're just gonna take a quicksies here. Wicked Virtue, what are your top favorite Christmas movies? I'll go first. Number 1, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Number 2, It's a Wonderful Life. Number 3, Home Alone. Number 4, Christmas Vacation. And number 5, Rudolph.
Okay, so I know that a war is about to start.
Yeah.
And Wicked, I'd like to thank you for starting that war and tossing a grenade
Anytime.
into our chat. Allow me to start here with mine and let you know, Wicked, that you are really dumb.
Well, that's okay. I've been told worse.
Damn, I never even said that to Wicked ever.
No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that there are some on your list. Can you pull that back up, Blabs, please?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Mickey, your number one. Okay, how old were you when you saw Mickey's Christmas
Okay,
Carol?
so the reason behind Mickey's Christmas Carol, I was really young. It's a tradition with my mom. Every Christmas Eve since I was like 4, maybe even before that, we would watch it. So it's a nostalgia thing for me, and it reminds me of being home.
Right.
So
Okay. So that's the big thing, is that it is straight nostalgia for you. Now,
yeah.
for me, I'm a big fan of A Christmas Story. I know that A Christmas Story has been overplayed. You know, it's been kind of commercialized to death. But for me, Christmas Story, Home Alone, those are super high on my list. We're watching Home Alone 2 right now. Home Alone 2 doesn't even come close to the greatness of Home Alone 1. Just like to point that out. But Christmas Vacation is there. I'm with you. Now, Rudolph, that's an odd one. Is that the 1960s one?
Yeah, I love Bumble. That one's just like another like nostalgia thing. I like Rudolph.
Okay. You forgot to mention the 1990s classic Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, that would be like 6. That's top. I have a top 10 as well. Like there's a
She's made
few.
multiple.
Listen, I've got multiple Christmas lists. I love Christmas.
Dedicated.
That's awesome. I couldn't tell by your reindeer, by your Rudolph mug and your.
Or the Christmas tree. No.
Yeah, it's great. Lumi, what about you? Do you have a favorite list of Christmas movies?
I would probably have to say, I agree with Wicked with Mickey's Christmas Carol. I watched that every year with my family since I was a kid. So good, nostalgia and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I know people are going to either agree or want to throw me into a fire, but number 2 would have to be what was it called?
Must be really good if you can't remember.
Shut up. Fuck! I just had the name that I forgot about it.
It's okay.
The one with Tom Hanks.
No, not the Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Damn it.
My sister is a Polar Express defender. She loves it. That is
Why?
really
Dude, the animation is terrifying. Like, terrifying.
But I like the music. The music is so
Okay, the music's good, but that's also because Alan Silvestri is the composer, and he did like the
music is
Mummy and
good.
Avengers. Listen, this is
Number
not an
3
opinion you can have, Lumi.
Number 3 is Elf.
Okay.
Elf is also a really good one. Number 4 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay.
The Jim Carrey one. And number 5 would have to be Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Blabs just disgusted. Ugh.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Listen, I'm trying to find this Polar Express meme I literally saw the other day for Lumi, and now I can't find it. But it was this dude who can literally reenact the stupid dork dude from Polar Express, and it was so perfect. And now I can't find it anymore, so I guess we're never gonna see it. But oh well, yeah. It was like this live action, like the dork with the glasses and the yellow sweater.
Yeah.
It's like some dude who literally could play the live action version of him, and he was like reenacting the scenes and being all dorky, and I was like, wow, impressive. So the end.
Oh, I
Turbo
know
Man.
who you're talking about.
Not Turbo Man in the yellow sweater from Polar Express.
It's Turbo Man.
Ugh.
It's great. And I thought Arnold was here. That was really good, Craig.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, Arnold is starring in a new Christmas movie. We talked about that yesterday, which should be really fun.
Hey, what's your opinion on Arnold as Santa, Wicked? That's what
I don't know. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Total side note. I posted this, and I briefly mentioned this on the show the other day, but I see all these people talking about like Die Hard, and they're like, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And there's this conversation that happens every year from like December 1st to December 25th, right? And the internet goes, and if you want to get like make all the Twitter bucks, you throw out that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, and people go, and it starts off a chain, right? But I just kind of like casually threw out, I was like, okay, I'm going to settle this once and for all. Home Alone is indeed a Christmas movie. And it's like, I just thought this was common knowledge. And apparently people were like, what are you talking about? It's not, it's like they were upset that I thought Home Alone was a Christmas movie. And it's like, how is this even a thought?
Well, how is it not?
It's literally built around Christmas. Yes, it is the pinnacle of a Christmas movie. They promoted it as a Christmas movie, released at Christmas, takes place at Christmas. It literally ends with the movie her saying, Merry Christmas. Like, I don't really know. Anyways, some people didn't think
They literally go on vacation for Christmas.
Yes.
I don't understand that, but okay,
I've never heard
whatever.
that one. Home Alone 1 and 2 are both Christmas movies. What?
Yeah.
Faux show.
Listen, the internet's just really stupid. I've noticed that in the last
They
2
just
years.
want to. They're just looking for something to argue about. I
Yeah,
get
they
it.
must be like serious basement dwellers if they have all these stupid opinions. It's like, do you really have the time to think about this stuff?
The answer is
yes.
yes.
What?
They have all the time in the world.
Have you been on the internet, Blabs?
Yes. I literally posted something about Superman today about how like I talk to people in real life and family members in real life, and I was like, what do you think? And this person just starts going, get off the internet, it's terrible. I was like, I asked these people in real life and they're like, get off the internet. I was like,
Run.
oh my God.
Hey, real
Yeah.
quick,
Fun.
we're
Anyway.
gonna have Endymion on in just a little bit. Is anyone else having trouble logging into X right now?
No, I
me
can
too.
get in on X.
Okay, I'll send him the link and everything, but that's fine. We're gonna be talking to him in just a little bit, but let's go keep moving on, Blabs. What's the notes on our next story?
All right, so actually, it was a tie-in conversation right here. Superman, the new trailer for Superman has been released. Now, here's the thing. I'm unsure if we can play this trailer because it's Warner Brothers and they are the big bad mad with the copyright.
Yeah, don't play it.
So, has everyone here seen the trailer?
Yes.
Wilmy, have you
not,
seen the
'cause-
trailer?
Nope, because I didn't even know this movie existed until you sent me the link last night.
Right? Craig, have you seen the trailer?
I did, and
Okay.
let me just kind of give you my quick 30-second thoughts on it. I am not a big like Superman guy. I'm not a big comics guy. Never have been. I've seen the first Superman movie. The best thing about this trailer to me is the music. Is the idea that it has nods to John Williams in it, and the kind of the classic score to it. It's meant to be a teaser. It's not a full trailer. But I'll say, I think you go on Twitter and there's some people who are just looking to hate it, just to hate it. And I don't quite I mean, I understand the skepticism. I understand it, right? So many people are skeptic about Hollywood products these days. I get it. But I don't think there's enough on there to draw a conclusion about yet. But that's just me.
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
But people will take that and be like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" And that's fine. Wicked, you're a big DC fan. What about you?
Yeah. So a plus that I'll say about it is I like that his suit is colorful. That's usually a pretty good sign. I like Rachel. I always say her last name wrong. Brosnahan's Lois Lane. I like that actress, and I think that she will do a good job if the writing's there. The trailer it was a little lackluster, but just like what Craig said, it's a very brief look into it, so I'm not gonna judge the whole thing harshly just from a little trailer. I think Lex Luthor looks a little puny. If you want a negative, he's not. I guess he's not always like very beefy, but in the comics he's kind of more muscular. So, I'll be optimistic about it. Maybe it'll be well done. But we got to see. We need to see more first. So, but that's my take.
So I'm not a massive Superman fan. I'm gonna point out that I've not read the comics or anything. I agree with Craig. I think the music was the best thing, but I was just a bit confused at what was going on. There was like a lot of characters just being thrown in like a couple seconds. I was like, I don't know what's going on. This is a lot of stuff in like a little little time. So I'll nitpick on that. However, I went around and asked people this morning. I was like, what did you think? Because to me, there was nothing bad about it, but it was kind of bland, lackluster. So I'm not exactly like the greatest. say woohoo. But I asked my dad, who is a Superman fan, read the comics growing up. Now he saw the original Superman in theaters, right? It's giving you like a time frame of how old he is. And he's like, not a big fan. Didn't really like any of the Superman movies that came out recently either. I asked another friend who was like a big DC fanboy since childhood. He was like, lackluster, not really excited for. So it's like people who don't know the comics, people who do like the comics, and people who just don't really care about it are like, So I feel like that's the genuine like consensus here. It's kind of like, let's wait and see. And I even emailed it to my mom, and she's like, this Luthor, so puny. so that was the response.
I agree with Blabs' mom.
Yeah.
A click through of the trailer and stuff, and it's like, I'm happy to see that the like uniform, like his Superman outfit, looks like it was still made by his parents and not by like a corporation. I like that. I don't like that Crypto is like a little puny dog. I would have thought they would have went with like, at least
A
one
pit bull.
Yeah. That would've been great.
unironically, yeah. It's like Crypto looked like in the show and stuff. It looked like it could have been like one of those security dogs type of thing, not a little scrawny little shit that they have in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Girl looks cool from the like 2 seconds we've seen her. Yeah, it seems like it's one of those wait and see movies. Hopefully it's not absolutely terrible.
No, like I want this to be good because I think we deserve a good movie. Let's be real.
And this is gonna set the standards for James Gunn's universe too. If this is bad, people are just gonna crap on everything that comes out afterwards.
Yeah, this is like the saving the DC universe from what I'm understanding. Because they've been in the shitter for the last couple of years. Now, didn't James Gunn do the second Suicide Squad movie?
Yes.
So I feel like if people didn't like that, maybe they're not gonna like this.
I think it was kind of mixed. I think the general consensus was that people enjoyed it more than the first Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, that was an abomination.
Yeah. But it was. I didn't hate the second one.
I've never seen it. I gave up. I watched the first one. I was like, this is shit. So I never watched the second one ever. But there are 2 memes for Superman, and I thought the first one I'm going to share is absolutely hilarious because they do show the dog in the trailer, and he's like calling the dog over, and he's like, take me home. And it's like, well, if this was a cat, he'd die.
Nice.
So I thought that was a really good one. And then Wicked sent me this one. So here's 1.
Okay.
2.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
It is so dirty.
Yeah. So there you go.
The Stewart gif at the
can you pull that back up, last, please?
Oh, hang on. From Blue Eyed Scorpio.
Yeah. So if you that guy right there, that guy's a character from Mad TV, from the 90s. It's great.
I loved that.
Oh man, what good stuff.
Stewart was one of my favorites. The Fudgicles. Oh my god.
He was kind of like a retarded kid. That was kind of the bit, right?
He's a little slow, yeah.
Yeah.
So Nicholas Hoult is playing Luthor, right, in this new Superman? Right, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like he's been making the rounds with superhero stuff. Wasn't he Beast in X-Men?
I don't know, Blabs.
I don't remember. I don't know.
You know, one thing the one thing I want to take from this conversation is that the bowl cut should make a comeback. If you're a dude or if you're a young man, you should absolutely have a bowl cut once in your life, just to know the shame of having a bowl put on your head to create said bowl cut. I had a bowl put on my head as a kid and had the bowl cut when you're like 8 years old. Got the hair all the way down here. Yeah, it was. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was the Beast. That's right. So yeah, he's like Hank McCoy, the Beast in the X-Men movies, and now he's playing Luthor in Superman. The multiverse is real, guys. Anyway, the end.
Hashtag bring back the bowl cut. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to have Endymion joining us in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about him being canceled from GFuel. But let's see if we can squeeze in another story here before we get to Indy.
Okay, actually, so this one ties in perfectly well. So, Matt Reeves says the script for the Batman 2 is almost finished and confirms filming begins in 2025. So, another continuation of the DC. Wicked, what are your thoughts on this as our DC person of the day?
So, I really liked Penguin. I don't know if anybody on the panel watched that. I thought it was great, but also it was like Sopranos meets Gotham. So that made me a little more excited for it. I would give like an 8 out of 10 for that first Batman because it was early Batman. So it kind of made sense that he wasn't like that full detective yet. He's still learning. I didn't care for some of the lines like from Catwoman that kind of ruined it a little bit, like the whole I forgot what she said, but like basically putting white men down. They had to
Oh,
end it
yeah,
like that.
I remember
Yeah,
that
crap.
one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't want to say I'm excited for it, but I will say that Penguin, if they stick with that method, like how they wrote the Penguin, it might actually be good. So we'll see. That's my thoughts again. We just got to see. I don't have faith, but you know, if it's more like if it's good, I'll be happy. If it's bad, I won't be surprised. Same thing with Superman.
I've heard spectacular things about Penguin. Like,
Oh, that's show of the year. If you didn't watch it, you gotta
really?
watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I heard that too, but I also heard that it was like it's pretty good, but like there were some really amazing parts in it, and then there were some really like average parts. But because we've had absolutely shit stuff for the last few years, it just made it 10 times better.
Yeah, I loved it, but I'm a sucker for like mafia type stuff, like Sopranos meets
The
Gotham,
mafia.
and Colin Farrell did such a good job. Like you forget that it's Colin Farrell. He gets so into the role. It's I would say check it out. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Here.
before we bring in our next guest, I have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Sonic 4 is officially in the works.
What?
30
Oh,
goes up.
Yay!
that's
The
cool.
end.
That's cool.
I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's cool to hear. I'm sure there's some sort of teaser at the end of Sonic 3.
Some end credits like the MCU.
Yeah, of course. Of
Probably.
course. Yeah.
I know I'm going to be seeing it with my kid this weekend, so
Let's
I'll be-
go.
I want to go see it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go check it out with my kiddos for sure. I'll spend the $120 to go see Sonic 3. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's why you go to the matinee. It's a little cheaper.
I know.
See, that's what I said. $7 and you're in.
There's no matinee during the week of Christmas.
Isn't it like Thursday nights or something matinee or Wednesday or something
Matinee
like that?
first showing of the day. That's why that's why it's cheaper.
They want to get you in. Maybe I'll do that because we don't have the show, so I'll be able to do that next week.
Ah,
which is
see,
good. There we
now
go.
you can't do the shows because you're taking time off and you're watching Sonic 3.
I can't do
You're spending
a
time
show.
with
That's right.
A show.
That's right. No, take a vacation, damn it.
What are you talking about? What is this vacation you speak of?
What are you, like Maggie Smith? What is a weekend?
Just keep on rolling, baby. Keep on going. All right. So once again, Endymion should be joining us any second.
He's actually backstage.
Oh,
I'm
great.
just waiting for you.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's bring in Endymion here.
Hello.
Oh, hi. What's up? How are we doing?
Hi.
Sorry.
No worries. How you doing, buddy?
Oh no,
Oh,
hang on.
I'm gone.
No.
Oh, now I'm here again. Oh,
How do you bring it back? What the hell is
Jesus.
going on?
What are you doing?
Blabs,
Blabs?
you have
Okay, I'll
one
just-
job, Labs.
talk in the background.
I can't bring
I'll just
it
talk in the background. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Uh,
Leave it like that,
people-
like-
Wait,
Yeah.
I had him. Okay,
that, like
how do
that,
I
like
do
that.
this?
That's
How do I
fine.
put him
That's fine.
back?
That's fine.
Now we're stuck like this.
This is okay.
It's okay.
This is fine.
Mini side scrollers.
no,
I'm okay with this.
no, it's not. Hold on, Blabs. Let's all. No, Blabs, figure this out. It's your job. You have one job.
There we go.
There we go.
Don't touch
I think
anything.
it's working now.
Round of applause for Blabs. All right,
Anyway, it's fine.
Endymion, good to see you. How you been?
I'm
Sorry.
tired, man.
Tired?
I'm really tired, but I'm okay.
What-
Today's my day off, so I'm just going to be resting, playing video games today.
Well,
Nice.
Pretty much.
what do you got? What do you got on the docket? What are you gonna be playing?
Well, video came out today.
Mm-hmm.
That's already out now.
Mm-hmm.
That was about Smash JT, Ubisoft's bankruptcy thing that Francesco Solback from That Park Place talked about.
Uh-huh.
And him and I are like close behind the scenes making stuff. So we tried to release at the same time, didn't really work out, but doesn't matter. It still came out anyway. And talked about the GFuel thing, and then that's about it. And then just gonna be playing video games today and going to the gym, and that's pretty much my day.
Let's go. Sounds like a
Just gonna
great
rest
day.
for once.
Well,
Yeah.
you won't be getting any energy for the gym from GFuel anytime soon, it sounds like. So why don't you give everybody a
No.
rundown of your tweet yesterday and what happened?
Well, basically, they just came to me and said that they don't want to be partnered with me anymore because they have new leadership,
Mm-hmm.
which was very weird because prior to this, like, I figured that G Fuel was fine with everybody. It didn't matter who you were, what you did. They were just like, yeah, we're just here to, like, sell product, and that was it. I was like, okay, it's fine. I wasn't like crazy about G Fuel, but I was like, okay, I might as well as take this because it's like a passive thing. Because most sponsorships, you have to go back and forth. They have to okay things, and then you got to wait for them to say it's okay in your video. And the way I make content, it's so fast that I can't wait for that. So to have a sponsor kind of thing that was, I didn't really need to like be okayed all the time, and it was just kind of like passive all the time.
Right.
I was a lot happier with that personally. But yeah, they just kind of came out of nowhere and were like, "Oh yeah, we don't want to be partnered with you anymore because of your content." So that kind of told me like, "Oh, they don't want to be partnered with anybody that they, I don't know, see leaning a certain way or doing things a certain way." That kind of deal, which was really lame to me because, like, what's the big deal? You know what I mean? But whatever. And that was about it. So
for reference, how long have you worked with GFuel?
About a year almost, I believe.
Okay.
And then I was just editing my video. Well, I was writing it first actually, and then I got that email from GFuel, and then I was like, "Uh-oh, here we go." And I opened it up and started reading it, and then I was just kind of smiling the whole time. So I was like, I knew this was going to happen eventually. It was bound to happen. I didn't know they had new leadership though. I didn't know that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So when that kind of came about, that was interesting to say the least. And then turns out they got invested by like 2 new companies. It's in my new video. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, like First Brew and some other one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, now they're just I don't know, like I'm the only person that I know of that's been dropped by GFuel. Who knows if they're going around dropping other people that make similar content or whatever? Because in my video I even say like people like Keemstar are on GFuel, and like I guess that kind of content's fine, but my content's not. And I'm not trying to attack Keemstar or anything like that. It's just like where they draw the line, I guess, when it comes to problematic content. And it kind of just showed me that they were just not willing to partner with someone that was making content that was maybe not the way they wanted, which I don't think a brand like that should have a say in what you make anyway. People were telling me to look up some other drink company, Gamer Up or something, Game Up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called, but I'm just kind of done with sponsorships for now. I haven't done a legitimate sponsorship on a video of mine for like 2 years. So I'm just kind of like, I'm good, thanks.
So had you sold, I mean, usually when you're a sponsor, you receive some sort of notifications when you have some sort of dashboard that you can look at that tells you how many units you've sold. Have they been transparent in the past about how much product you've helped them move?
Yeah, I mean, they like every time you sell something, like it pops up on your phone almost like a text message.
Oh, okay.
To be honest with you, like in terms of my revenue, like GFuel is probably like the least profitable out of anything. So it wasn't like for me money wise that I was salty about anything, because like the money you make from GFuel is like, it's not, unless you're like a PewDiePie or something, you're probably not making, a livable anything off of GFuel. So I was like not mad about the money or anything. It's just more about the principle of like, are you guys really drawing a line in the sand now? When you look at the landscape of entertainment of the world, things are changing. I mean, I hate to get political, but let's be real. Like, the Republicans kind of won everything in America.
Right.
Canada's starting to go more down conservative pathways. The Gamergate thing is happening. A lot of this stuff is failing. And then you thinking your bright-eyed idea is to kind of attack someone that's also a part of like where things are going. It just didn't really make sense to me from like a visibility and like a product image standpoint. Some people told me that I shouldn't be talking out about this, that it might hurt my brand recognition in the future. But to be real with you, like I don't take sponsorships for like anything pretty much for the most part. I mean, my emails are full of sponsorship. Like, I have like all kinds of stuff that wants to do stuff with me, but I just like don't do it because my content comes out so fast.
Right.
I don't really have the time to like deal with these things. So I just like don't do them. And it's not that even I hate it. I hate any of the brands that reach out to me. It's just that I just don't have time.
Right.
To like, because like I said, like my content is made the day before, right? Like the video that came out today, I made it yesterday, and that's like how I do it. Right? It's not like I make a video and then I sit on it for a week. Right. So
it's not meant to
people
be,
that make like, the bigger videos.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be like super evergreen to where people can find it a year from now. And, it's more
some of my content is evergreen sometime, but that was more like my earlier stuff.
Right.
but like doing the news and stuff like that, like, obviously it's like, you guys know, it's about like being in the now, in the moment. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't really have the time for some sponsorship to say like, oh, we don't like the way you worded this or whatever. So you have to wait till it runs through all the different channels for like 2 to 3 days before you figure it out. So I can't wait that long. So that's why most of the time I just don't do sponsorships. That's the
So,
real reason, honestly.
Blabs, you have his tweet pulled up. Can you
Yes.
pull that up, please, real fast? I just want to take a quick glance at this. And it has you included the email as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
In the email. So I wanted to kind of go through this real fast. It says the big thing is So I'm sure, as you know, which you didn't know, right? GFuel has gone under recent leadership changes. This is I guess a company acquired them or new management or something. So. With those changes, our partnership team has been tasked with reviewing and assessing our current roster of talent, affiliates, and partners. Additionally, leadership have put some strict guidelines up regarding our affiliates' approach to content across all mediums. Did you follow up to this email at all, Endymion?
No, I didn't answer him at all.
Okay, because
I did go on G Fuel, and I did talk to a customer rep,
mm-hmm.
and I asked them about it, and they were just kind of like straight up like, we just can't help you. So I
Okay.
kind of went, okay. And then I went on G Fuel because I thought first like this email must be fake, right? So I went on G Fuel, and then because usually when you go on there, you have like a little ambassador dashboard thing,
Yep.
and then you can go on there and check your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like how many sales you have, how much you've made, whatever milestones you passed. And when I clicked on it, like all of the usual stuff was gone, and I couldn't technically apply anymore. So it's kind of like they closed me off from that, if you will.
Right.
So when I saw that, I kind of just went like, oh, okay. So they've just like severed ties with me completely. They don't want to talk about it, nothing, which is fine. I mean, like whatever, it is what it is. Again, like I said, it's not money wise, it wasn't much anyway, so it's fine. But it's just like I said, it's more about the principle of like when you do stuff like this, you know that the creators are gonna call you out on it, be like, well, like, can we talk about this? Can you not just immediately jump to a conclusion,
Right.
not realizing that it's gonna look bad, but like what's done is done now. And yeah,
But
that's about it pretty much.
I'd be really interested to see if you followed up and you asked them specifically what their strict guidelines are, right? Specifically, like what is the line that you can cross? Because that's the one thing that we're seeing now in this space. We talked about Riot a couple of weeks ago, Riot and their new terms of service where they can, if you're playing their game and even if you're not playing their game, you have the game minimized and you're streaming it and you say something that they deem offensive, then you could be removed from their creator program or for whatever it is.
That's a big reason why I don't play. I will never play Valorant,
Mm-hmm.
because people that don't know about stuff like that, like because Valorant's Riot Games, they actually have a clause in their contract at that specific developer. I don't know if everyone else has this, but Valorant, like Riot Games, definitely has this. If you say or do anything that they deem to be bad, let's say, right? Even if you didn't say anything bad, like you get mass reported, whatever it is, someone trolls you with that. Valorant has this thing in their clause where, like, if you're playing on Xbox or PlayStation, especially, maybe it doesn't matter as much for PC, maybe it does.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox, if Valorant deems you for whatever reason to have broken their terms of service, even if like you think you haven't done anything wrong, they have the right to literally, and I'm not kidding you, ban your whole PlayStation account or your whole Xbox account, and like literally like straight up like brick your PlayStation so you can't play games anymore and you lose access to everything because of this one game. It'd be different if it was like, oh, I don't know, you did something they didn't like in Valorant, whatever, and they go, okay, you can't play Valorant anymore, but you still have access to your whole library of like whatever it is you have on PlayStation or Xbox. No, they have the right to literally just say like, no, you screwed this up. Now you lose everything. Like, you want to play Final Fantasy on your PlayStation? Too bad. You want to play Xbox Game Pass? You can't anymore. We're banning everything. So when I heard that, I didn't even chance playing Valorant. And it's not like I even go out of my way to say anything bad online when I play games or anything like that. It's just like, for example, right? My name on my Activision Call of Duty account name used to be Endymion TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was randomly getting flagged for like bad conduct, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because like I don't talk in-game chat at all. I just played the game and like, shoot people and whatever.
Right.
So it's obvious that people were just seeing my name and then just reporting me because they saw my name.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So the same thing could have happened to me if I played. I changed my name on Activision, so it's no longer Endymion TV. So it hasn't happened since, which kind of proves my point. But that's the thing, right? It's like these companies can just kind of just go like, yeah, we don't think you like align with our things, even though they give you no clear examples, and then they just kind of remove you. It's like, okay, cool, that's ridiculous, but
Right.
it is what it is, I guess. So that's why I wouldn't play Valorant myself personally.
And so to be clear, did they reach out to you? Just going back to GFuel, did they reach out to you initially, or did you reach out to them?
They reached out to me.
And you were making
Like,
the same
all sponsorships reach out to me.
right? And you were making
Yeah.
the same type of content you were then as you are now?
Yeah, then when they reached out to me, I was probably like, I don't know, mid 100,000 subscribers. I'm at like over 300 now. So they were reaching out to me. I was making content. I mean, I was pissing off IGN, The Gamer, GameSpot, everybody, you know what I mean? Like talking about all this stuff. So they reached out to me like knowing what I was making. That this is someone that talks on video games and has a voice here. So clearly, I think the reason why it happened, obviously, was the change in leadership. That's the only explanation that I can find that makes any sense, because it's very obvious before, like the way it looked anyway from I remember when GFuel like reached out to me, I remember asking them like kind of like you guys are okay with what I make? Like it's fine. Like you're not gonna get, mad or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we don't care. Like just do whatever you want. Like, okay, if you say so. Because if you told me otherwise, I would not partner with you at all, because I'm not going to change my content because some sponsor is, mad about it or whatever. I'd be like, okay, cool. You guys can go kick rocks then, because I'd rather keep what I'm doing and what I'm making than have to bow down to some company that I don't even like, know very well.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I didn't know where they're just like, oh yeah, we want to just remove you. So I was like, okay, clearly this change in leadership meant that there was someone up there that was like, we got to get rid of everyone that is doing this,
Right.
or has this viewpoint, whatever it is.
Right. And once again, you pointed out like, other people who have more controversial takes, but you're just doing it in this space. It's totally ass backwards. So what is the call to action? We'll let you roll here in a second, because I know you want to enjoy your day off. But what is the call to action? What do you want people to do about it? Do you want people to stop buying GFuel? Do you care? Like, what's your thoughts on all this?
I personally don't care either way.
Okay.
Like if you want to buy GFuel, go ahead. Like I don't really care what you do with your money in this sense. Like if you want to support GFuel, you like what they're making, go ahead. I'm just letting people know that like there's very clearly someone that works there that doesn't like what I represent or what I do, which in turn connects to games. Is it because I'm friends with Grums? Is it because I'm rattling the cages? Is it because I have insiders telling me stuff that maybe I shouldn't know about? Like how recently, like about a week and a half ago, I talked to people that worked on Star Wars Eclipse. The game doesn't even come out till like 27, 28. And like, I already know the whole story to that game. I know the name of the main villain of Star Wars Eclipse. It's badass, by the way. I promised I wouldn't say the main villain's name because they asked me not to. I can tell you the initials of the main villain.
Uh-oh.
It's SK. And it's really cool. So I know stuff about games that are coming out, but maybe that's why they don't like me, is because I'm like talking about things they don't want me to talk about, something like that maybe. But if my choice is I keep doing what I'm doing, or I bow down to some, corporation that I don't really have that much loyalty to, the answer is always gonna be my content. Like I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing because GFuel tells me, oh, if you've been bad, so now we're not gonna partner with you. It's like, okay, cool. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's just more about the principle than anything else for me, So
right.
Yeah, that's about it for me, really.
Well, good for you, man. I think that's great. And like sponsors will come and go, man. And I think it's great that you're not bowing to them, or I would love more clarity. And I'm sure you would, as far as what exactly these quote unquote strict guidelines are. And if you want to follow up and let people know, I think that'd be really interesting to see kind of what that means, because I don't think that they'll be able to define what those strict guidelines are. I think it's all gray to them.
It's very obvious that it must be either the fact that maybe I'm more right leaning, maybe it's the Gamergate 2 thing, maybe someone in games doesn't like the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing and talking about the things, which is like, it is what it is. Because like I've leaked stuff before, and then suspiciously after I leaked it, the companies that I talk about suddenly have like PR coming out of nowhere where they're like trying to change the narrative. Like that happened with Ubisoft quite a few times already, where I was like told by people at Ubisoft, everyone there's like a lot of people are DEI hires. You got people that they're not even able to speak English nor French that are in leadership roles within Ubisoft, which makes no sense because they're primarily in Quebec in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you hiring people that can't speak the primary languages of the company that they work at? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I leaked all these things, obviously, and then out of nowhere, Ubisoft's having articles coming up being like, "Oh, by the way, we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake coming out, guys." Like trying to change the narrative and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, okay, cool. And it is what it is, right? Like in this line of business, you're gonna have a lot of people calling you a liar until proven otherwise.
Sure.
Which that has happened to me a lot too. I remember when I had the CD Projekt Red CEO attack me, saying like, we don't have DEI, sorry, in our company. And then I had to make a whole video showing like, okay, you say you have the DEI. Anyway, here's like a 25-minute video of like all the DEI in your company.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and look, it's right here, guys. Here's all the proof. It's public information. Here's videos where they talk about it. Here's the seminars they have where they primarily want to hire just women at CD Projekt Red. And then the narrative changed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's happened with Ubisoft with me, with the Rockstar thing that me and Francesco did. We were like, oh, look, the unconscious bias thing. And people are like, there's no way Rockstar is doing this. We're like, anyway, here's this stuff that they're doing. And then all of a sudden, Jason Schreier comes out and goes, oh, yeah, by the way, they're not allowed to make jokes about like certain demographics anymore at Rockstar. And we're like, oh,
right. Well,
so you know what I mean?
Yeah, the things you talk about on your channel really highlight the hypocrisy of everything that's going on in the space.
Yeah,
and
I think that's what it is.
And I appreciate it, man. Well, so much so that I don't know if I bet you don't know, but you actually have been nominated for Game Journalist of the Year at the Real Game Awards. So congratulations. I just want to let you know that.
Thanks. I don't think I'm a games journalist. I don't even know what that word means anymore.
I know.
Like, but what even is a games journalist? You know what I mean?
Can let me spoil it for you really quick. Nobody, not a quote traditional game journalist was nominated. Nobody from IGN, nobody from Polygon or Forbes or anything like that. No traditional access media was nominated at all. It was all YouTubers and people on X. So like, congratulations, man. Hopefully end on a little bit of high there. So
thank you. Yeah, it seems like the whole media in general in terms of games, movie, anything really, it's all going towards this new age of media where people kind of go to these like trusted sources that are no longer tied with all this red tape to all these companies. You know what I mean? It's like, so if someone wants to go to look at something about movies, they'll go watch a review from like Drinker or Nerdrotic or something. And if they want gaming content, they'll go to whoever they want to. And that's going to be probably much more authentic to watch than like, say, IGN, who will tell you like, oh, this movie's actually not bad and there's no politics in it. And then you go to their website and their whole website's like laced in just like wallpapers of that specific movie or game, whatever it is that has like the ad revenue on their website. So it's like, oh yeah, of course you guys are going to talk about it because there's financial incentive not to.
Of course.
So, and as you've seen, like all these websites are kind of falling apart. IGN, even like, you would think IGN would be the one that would be the most like bulletproof, but if IGN is having layoffs, then like no one's safe. They're like the top gaming website, I guess,
Right.
So, yeah, and then it's just, yeah, everyone's going to more individual sources. I think the media is changing completely. That's why the journalists hate me. They definitely hate Grums a lot. Dude, some of the things even Grums tells me that he has behind the scenes is like ridiculous that he's getting attacked by. That's up to him to reveal, though. I won't,
Right.
Some of the stuff he showed me, I'm like, dude, this is nuts.
Media has changed a lot, and I think that whether or not the access media wants to admit it, we have 3,000 people watching our show right now. Right? When was the last time IGN had 3,000 people watch one of their podcasts or Polygon or whatever, right? Whether people like to admit it or not, this show is the preeminent spot for like gaming news on a day-to-day basis. People come to us to hear their stuff and to hear stories about this, and they're old news. And pardon the pun, but they're old news. Wicked Lumi, do you have anything for Endymion before we let him continue on with his day off?
Well, I hope that if you get any more sponsorships, they will let you just do your thing, not keep you tied up to a tree and say, okay, no, you got to follow this. But you do good work, man. I'll continue to support you and chill your shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that bringing this to light was good. Like anyone that was like, "Oh, you shouldn't," no, it's more important to speak out and let people know what's going on with stuff like this because they're gonna lose, supporters. Maybe not a bunch. I don't know who, like, how many people really in your community are, GFuel supporters, but if they were, they're most likely not now. So, you gotta speak out and hit them where it hurts, even if it's only a small hit. It'll grow. I'm sure you're not the only one. I heard something about like Melanie also lost her contract a while ago with them or sponsorship. So it's ridiculous that they're playing one side and it's gonna hit them for sure.
It's so dumb because that side that they're hitting is growing exponentially.
Yeah,
it's such a moronic thing to do, but it is what it is. And again, if anyone wants to support GFuel, go ahead. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not going to hate you if you do. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, we can still be friends. Don't worry. Just
it's almost like you feel like there's nuance in the conversation, and you're not going to.
There always is.
It's amazing how that works out.
Yeah, there always is. Like I feel like people get too hung up on some things. Like I can't support this. I can't support that. Like it really. There's so much nonsense, man. There's so much nonsense on the internet. I mean, like but let's put it this way. You're doing things right when people are making gifts of you getting murdered. So me and Grum's getting those when we like reach that point of the conversation that it's clear that like the other side that's attacking you has nothing to stand on at all.
Yeah.
So if they want to come for sponsorships, like go ahead, because to tell you guys, like GFuel is my only sponsorship I have on the channel. That's it. So I guess congrats.
Maybe we should change.
Got rid of it.
Maybe we should change that.
I mean, I know Sydney Watson. She wants to. For a while, she's been trying to give her like tea company.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told her like I'll just promote your tea company for free because like I just like her content. I don't need money for it. I've promoted people's stuff on my YouTube. During the whole Sound of Freedom movie thing, there was these guys that made a movie about like children getting like kidnapped and all that stuff, and they wanted to raise awareness. They're like, "How much should we pay you?" And I said, "Nothing. Just let me put your trailer in my video about what I'm talking about, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to pay me. You know what I mean? Like, because I understand how hard it is to get your voice out there. I'm not gonna nickel and dime you for it. Just give me your thing. I'm gonna put it out there for people to see, and that's it." I promoted one guy's comic I promoted like a year and a half ago. He paid me for it. I never accepted the payment because I was just like, no, like let's just get your comic out there.
Right.
You don't have to pay me anything. It's fine. I'm okay with it. So
well,
yeah, that's just how I operate.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your hard work, and it's great to see people going to you to spill the tea on what's going on behind the scenes, and we're rooting for you. So. Enjoy the rest of your day, my man, and get some rest. Okay.
Have a good night. Have a good day, everybody. Sorry.
Right.
You can tell I'm tired.
All right. Go get some rest.
See you guys.
All right. There's Endymion.
I will.
You guys go find his channel. We'll put a link to it down below. He is obviously doing some great stuff. Over 300,000 subscribers. Canceled by GFuel today. And you know what? He seems fine with it, and that's good. All right, let's go and move on. Actually, we have a few super chats about everything that was going on there. Blab, do you want to hit a few of these super chats before we move on to our next story?
Will work with me. There we go. Okay, hang on. All right. Let me hit the one specifically saying Python says, GFuel, how many times must we teach you the lesson, old man? I agree. This one's about pain for. This one's I should say is about Warner Brothers. From Pain says WB layoffs affect me Some Sun Studios, 2B game dev, Montreal's very left, I'm from Quebec City, is often votes rights. Those HR consultants never pay for ruining games, the bottom does. The upper ups never listen to them.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm thinking he is a Francais, but we got your message, so thank you very much. Shane Bentley, member for 34 months, says, my vote is Jose Ramirez for Journalist of the Year. Yeah, why the fuck am I not nominated? I go undercover for real, for real.
Oh, I just found out yesterday, Blabs. Sorry.
You found out 2 days ago.
You were so undercover that you didn't get a chance to be nominated. Maybe next year. We'll see.
I think it's honorary mention. Anyway, Ryan says, I'm very behind on this stream, but my favorite Christmas movies are Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Home Alone 1 and 2, and It's a Wonderful Life. James Opp says, Alyssa and friends out of money on it. Fuck GFuel. The Orange Man for 5 says, fuck, marry or kill Shadow the Hedgehog, Beast from X-Men, Mewtwo from Pokemon. Also, who has the best feet among them? Lum Lum.
What?
Why are you asking me this?
I'm just gonna. Can we just pass over that one? That was a bit of a weird question.
Go ahead.
All right, let's
Thank
go.
you.
Let's go and move. We'll get the rest of the super chats and direct donations before the end of the show. And just so you know, we greatly appreciate all of the, your support. Valiant coming in just now. It says, FYI, the Sweet Baby Inc. website is down. Oh, interesting. Valiant, I see your text. We won't be able to get to it today. I would love to have you on tomorrow for a couple of minutes though, because Valiant.
Oh yeah, it's not working. It must be updated or something.
Pull it up. I want to see what it looks like. I can't.
Well, nothing. I'm just on Google. It's just loading and loading and loading. It's just not.
There's no 404 message. There's no.
Oh,
nothing?
here we go. Now there's 404. So it's a 408.
A 408. Okay. All right.
They're probably like working on something. I don't really think it's all that much.
Well, I don't know. You never know what I'll say this. The worst thing that can be done is some sort of like DDoS attack to them, because you don't want them to be attacked, right? You want them to be held accountable. That's the big difference. You never want to attack these folks, because then that ultimately makes the entire movement look bad. All right, let's keep on moving on, Blaz. What's our next story today?
Well, actually, we do have a bit of breaking news.
Oh,
so
right.
here we go.
Whoa! Oh, that's me up too loud now. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we got breaking news. Sounds good. What is it?
So the quick TLDR, Tate Brothers trial dismissed after 2.5 years. Flawed says exactly what I said would happen 2.5 years ago.
Oh.
But then if you go to the BBC, which, I don't know, it depends on what the BBC stands for you. It says Tate Brothers human trafficking case sent back by a Romanian court. So it doesn't sound like it's actually being dismissed. It just says cannot proceed to trial in its current form. So does that mean like they have to come back?
Guess I have to get more evidence and shit.
Yeah, so I don't really think it's dismissed. I think they have to like get more evidence and more like paperwork done.
Okay. On the bottom there, it says in November, the same court found, quote, irregularities in the indictment against them, requiring prosecutors to amend their brief. At the time, the court also removed several pieces of evidence, deeming some statements from alleged victims inadmissible. This is obviously interesting for sure.
I think they're just gonna get off with all the money that I got. The end.
Yeah.
They're untouchable like the rest of like the celebrities.
No, hold on. I don't think it's fair to say get off, right? They're just gonna get off, because you get off if you did something bad. If they didn't do anything bad, then they shouldn't be. If they like. I think the word allegedly, and look, I'm not going to bat for them, right? I'm going to bat for anybody who has been, quote, who allegedly has done something, right? Like, I know that Blabs allegedly beat up her grandma. Well, now Blabs unfortunately has
never even met her.
Well, listen, that's just what I know. I'm sorry, Nana, right? But do you see how dangerous that is? The idea that, Wicked Virtue allegedly beat up a pit bull, right? And Lumia allegedly likes to eat feet. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can throw these allegations. And it's like, these allegations, and that's dangerous stuff. And in this case, these people have ended up in court. And I don't know enough to speak about this, but whenever I hear the word person X allegedly did Y, that's when I'm like, the radars go, the bullshit meter goes off. And sometimes the allegations are totally true, but sometimes allegations are totally false. So
here's the thing with the Tate brothers. There's multiple things going on with them. The minor one would be tax evasion and money laundering. To the biggest stuff is like trafficking of minors and stuff. So
yeah, that's
I
fucked
kind
up.
of think that they're going to be guilty of something, which is my point here, because it even says down below. They have been accused of tax evasion in the United Kingdom. On Wednesday, British court ruled that police could seize more than $2 million from the Tate brothers for failing to pay tax on $21 million in revenue from their online businesses. So they are doing something shitty. It just depends on the level of shittiness here.
I think everybody in the world can be hit by tax evasion. I think tax evasion is so like you file a number wrong or you put a comma in the wrong place, you can be hit with tax evasion. And I just think that's such, it goes back to, the mobsters from, what was the guy, the famous mobster? They couldn't get him on murder. They couldn't get him on conspiracy. They couldn't get him, but they ended up getting him on tax evasion, right? Because they, what's that?
Al Capone?
Yeah, I think it was Capone. Yes, Capone. Right. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. Of course they'll find that. Like I said, I'm not going to bat for the Tate brothers by any means, but just the term allegedly is always like, well, that's interesting. But so to be clear, you said they tossed the case or it's being delayed?
No, it's being pushed back. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Drama Alert is wrong. They're saying dismiss the trial, but it says it's unable to proceed in its current form. So clearly there's some stuff that they have, but I guess it's not like they don't have enough evidence yet to actually go to trial.
Okay.
So we'll wait and see. I don't know. It's not really a whole lot to go on about. I think the Tate brothers are scum, regardless of what they do. I just think they're disgusting. But I don't think they deserve to go to jail if they didn't do anything wrong, obviously. Yeah. Then it's just the Me Too movement bullshit all over again.
Agreed.
Okay, what else?
All right, so I don't know anything about this. So actually, you have to lead with this. This Haley Welch crypto project. Dude, tell me, what has Huck to a Girl done now?
Well, I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, where she launched the crypto coin, right? You remember this? And then it was a quick opportunity for her to more or less make a ton of money, and then her audience is the one who got screwed out of it. Well, now she's being sued for this, or her company is being sued for this. So investors are suing people associated with the cryptocurrency. It was called I think it was called like the Hawk coin. Yeah, there it is right there. The Hawk to a Girl, Haley Welch, following the crash of her meme coin named after her. It lost more than 95% of its value in a single day when it was released on December 4th. And if you recall, CoffeeZilla had that big, the big blow up where he was talking to her manager. We covered that on the show. And now people are in the process of filing lawsuits against her for this pump and dump scheme that she's thrown out there. Wicked, you're shaking your head. What's up?
It's just crazy to me. Like, I didn't even know when she said Haley. I'm like, who? And yeah, okay. Because I don't know her name. I just know Hogtula. It's just, well, her 15 minutes are up.
Yep.
She saved Pride Month, and then she ends up like this. It's very sad.
Lumi, have you followed the Hawk to a Girl saga?
Unwillingly.
Yes.
Yes. Wait a minute.
All I know is that since she launched her coin and everything, and that whole CoffeeZilla thing, she's gone dark off the internet and has been heard from since. Some people think she's hiding in Mexico or Costa Rica.
I think that anything she says can and will be used against her in the court of law. I think that's why she's gone silent in a situation like this. Whether she's hiding or not. I think when the Hawk to a Girl first came out, I think everyone was like, oh, that's funny. That's really cute. And that's how she kind of rose to fame. But she has shown herself for what she is over the past 6 months. A white trash whore who is known for spitting on penises. Let's just be very, very honest. That's exactly what she is, right?
Tell us how you really feel, Craig.
I mean, am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, then please provide me examples. I'm sure she loves her grandma. I'm sure that she loves her family. That's great. But let's not forget why she's famous to begin with. right? She's
Yeah.
famous because on the cuff, probably on a drunken night walking down the street in Nashville, somebody approached her and said, "Hey, what do you like to do in bed?" or whatever it was. And she says, "I like to spit on that thing." So she's known for spitting on wieners.
Because it's like a full circle moment because I found out about Hawk Tuah on the last time I was on here. You guys showed me it. And I was like,
Oh, you're
oh,
welcome.
yeah, thanks.
Just saying. I mean, she is who she is. And I don't have a whole, like, maybe my opinion on her will change if we find out that she's been manipulated by management and stuff. But my opinion of her has changed 180 degrees since we saw the cute little girl who liked to spit on the pee-pees.
I don't think you can say cute and then say the rest of that sentence in the way
Yeah,
that
that's
did.
true. The cute young woman who is certainly an adult who likes to do things.
Better.
Right. Sorry about that.
Certainly is.
Yes. All right. Sorry. I don't have any sympathy for that lady. What else, Blabs?
Well, let me hit up some super chats because, like, I'm missing a bunch of them in between. So let me just grab some. So Chaos Smash says about the Neptunia thing. Watch Sungran go more into detail about it. It's likely that Nintendo is not the culprit, but the ESRB.
Mm-hmm.
Gear says at that point on someday a whistleblower will expose GFuel on how horrible their products are. Suggest we keep drinking on water from now on. Yeah, we'll always drink water. Derek says, bring Adam Kringle back as a third host.
Yeah, I was just DMing Adam today.
Mercenary says, morning, Lummy. I remember going to Disneyland for $10. Marksman says, the clip you couldn't find yesterday I sent to Lum Lum, who can now use it to embarrass Arch for all the feet narrative. Strike back, Lummy. Show your spine. So the Star Wars Revenge or something.
Hold on. Can we back up really quick? Mercenary, when did you go to Disney World for $10? And when you went to Disney World, was it on the Xbox 360 on the game that you got, in the bargain bin?
Gear says Christmas fight, Jingle Balls, the movie.
Okay.
Ramdog says FYI, Disneyland opened in 1955. My dad was all of a couple weeks old and was there. Well, thank you, Ramdog. And let me just grab these ones since they were in the middle. Mouthy says, now I can't say this in a super chat, but the two Bruce Willis Christmas films are the best. And Kyle says, thoughts on the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, saying Xbox exclusives might no longer be a thing.
Oh, I think that they are so far away from being a platform. Like their idea, they'll put their games wherever they want now, and they want to cast the net as wide as they possibly can. Do you get Jimmy Ray's $20 super chat? Here's a ChatGPT summary of my favorite Christmas movie. A resourceful hero defends a building from holiday thieves using ingenuity and grit, turning the odds in their favor with thrilling and clever confrontations. That, my friend Jimmy Ray, is Die Hard right there for sure.
Yeah, well, I still got lots of super chats to go, but I'll get them afterwards. You wanted to discuss legal vices, right?
Yeah, legal vice. We talked about this on Monday, actually. This happened, we found out about it live during our show. We had a member of the YouTube community, the Sphere, pass on over the weekend, apparently. And I wanted to actually go back, and while we were talking about it, we had Yellow Flash and Camelot on the show, and we were just talking about something, and Flash seemed a little bit out of it, and I asked him about it. So why don't you roll that clip real quick?
Got a really bad text message.
Uh-oh. Do you need a bolt? You need a bolt?
No, it's somebody in the community passed away. I can't say who it is yet because the family hasn't announced it. But
oh, what a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that.
Jesus, man.
Oof. Well, you need to take a few minutes?
No,
Okay.
it'll come out soon. But
Well, do you need to take a few minutes, though?
I just got it text random to me, man. It's just, I'll be okay. Let's go.
Okay. So, Flash, a lot of people knew who this person was. I see a lot of Rip Jeffs in the chat. I never had any interaction with this person, but they passed on. But this is like kind of a cool community movement over the last couple days that we saw. He was around 70,000 subscribers when he passed away, and obviously had an impact with a lot of people. First, Wicked, Lumi, had you ever heard of this person before?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
streamed with him once. He was very nice. I was Yeah, and he had been in my chats a couple times. He was very nice. I didn't know him well, but he seemed very cheerful and just kind.
Yeah, I was introduced to him through Legal Mindset. So, man,
Okay.
it really shows how just finite life is, because things should seem like, because I don't know him on a personal level, but just seeing him, like, active on social media a few days prior, and then suddenly he's gone.
Yeah. Well, and as we saw that he had streamed just 3 days before. He had done a several-hour stream just a few days before. It's like, wow, it's crazy how that happens. Well, the chat was saying he was at 87,000. So he was closing in on 100,000 subscribers, which 100,000 subscribers is kind of a, you get to that 6 digits, you get a nice little plaque to put on your wall. It's a nice, it's a cool little accomplishment for any YouTube channel. So the community over the last few days really rallied around the idea of getting him post-mortem to 100,000 subscribers, which they did. And they officially did. Blabs, if you want to pull that up really quick, got to 100,000 subscribers, which I think for his family will receive the plaque. And it's kind of like a nice little nod to a career and, doing his work on YouTube. I thought that was a really nice little thing that the community did over the last few days. What are your thoughts on that, Wicked?
Yeah, that was really sweet. A nice way to, honor his memory. That I was watching it. There's been quite a few streams of people that I didn't know, but they were popping up, showing, honoring him. And I think it's really nice that the community came together like that.
Yeah. Dan in the chat says it helps show his worth. Right. And to be clear, I don't think that your subscriber number shows your worth, but I understand the sentiment about what you're saying, Dan.
Yeah.
Lumi, what are your thoughts on that? Anything?
It's like, I've been seeing like different posts from people all over the, quote unquote, like community in terms of YouTubers, just, sympathizing and giving their condolences to the family. Not everyone agrees with each other, but at least people can get together for this to, help push this goal and to remember somebody who had a, decent impact on, like, covering things on the law side.
Right.
It's like I even seen like Nick Rekieta posting about it. I seen, Legal Mindset posting about it, Yellow Flash, everyone else, and it's like, at least people know that they should be civil in times like this.
You know what? I think that's a really good takeaway from it, Lumi. The idea that as much as people are at each other's throats in very trying times online, very divisive times, that look, you can still come together for things. And these little differences that we have, they're in the grand scheme of things, they're not that important. Right? People's livelihood is considerably more important than all this stuff. So, all right. Well, rest in peace, my man. And Yellow Flash in the chat says, Maritime Mondays will never be the same. That's right. I saw several people giving nice farewell videos to him. So, all right, let's go and try to move on from that and move on to, let's go to Black Myth Wukong Crygate. Blabs. This has been interesting to watch over the last few days. We had the Game Awards on Thursday, and the winning game of the year was Astrobot. And a lot of people really wanted Black Myth Wukong to win. And there was a report from a former IGN person who then went on to work for Santa Monica Studios, Alana Pierce. And she's been around in the game for a long time, and she left Santa Monica Studios recently, but she was still at the Game Awards. Apparently, she was in the front row. And Blabs, if you want to pull up that section of the video of her talking about this, I think that'll provide a little bit more context.
So for context, though, you guys remember that Alana Pierce is that dum-dum who's talking about how like having a child is a disability.
Yeah, it's really the dumbest thing you could possibly say.
Yeah, so just context for this woman.
Right.
And I was in the front row this year. My first time being in the front row. I was like, wow, thanks, Jeff.
Pause.
Great seat.
Tells you everything you need to know about Access Media. Like,
yeah, she's got a disability.
Well, no, I guarantee she does not have any children, because nobody with a child would ever say that they're a disability. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, no, doesn't she say she has a child and that's why, playing Elden Ring Ring is not for disabled people who have children?
I don't know. I don't.
Because she was the one who said that. She
Yeah.
was like, I can't play Elden Ring because I have a child and it's disability.
That just sounds like a skill issue. I have a kid and I can play my video games.
That's right. Lumi can do it with one hand.
That's what she said. Let's go.
But being in the front row means that you can see all of the actually important people. So like next to me was the whole Sony team. Frankly, that's probably why they put me there, was because when they gave me the seat, I was with Sony. So I was with the Sony publishing team. Behind me was Joseph Faris. Just behind him was Sam Lake, both of whom I know and am very fond of. They're both really great dudes. But I could see all of the nominees and awards winners, and the Black Myth Wukong team, I don't know which person on the team, was crying when Astrobot got Game of the Year, because you could see him just looking down the line, which is the first time I've ever seen anything like that, because generally everyone is like, Game Awards doesn't matter that much. But yeah, the Wukong team were crying when they did not win, which was definitely unusual. Clearly meant a lot to them. They did an amazing thing. But I did find that surprising. Like, whoa.
Okay, so people saw this and this was like, oh, look at them owning all, like the Chuds got owned. Their favorite game developer was crying because they lost the award. Oh, look at it, they lost it. And this was kind of like one of those like, look at how silly they are moments, right? But this was contradicted by somebody who worked for IGN China, I believe, because they said in a follow-up tweet like, yo, I was actually with these people all night, and that is not that's not how it went. Will you read that, please, Blabs?
Yeah, so this is from Charles Young, former editor-in-chief of China IGN.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, it's obvious that she mistook someone else. Since I was with the game science team in the entire time during those days, including the TGA night, no one cried over this. In fact, I didn't even see anyone crying at the event. I have no idea why she said so.
So there's one more tweet with this, isn't there, Blabs? Can you pull that last one up before I get to our thoughts?
Yeah, so this is from Zach. He says, I heard that Black Myth Wukong devs cried at the Game Awards. I cried tears of joy too, knowing the show is about to end. Oh!
Sorry, that's the Muppets. It's good. All right, first, ladies, I would love to hear your thoughts here on Crygate when it comes to Black Myth Wukong. Let's go with you first, Wicked.
I feel like I don't think that they did. That'd be kind of embarrassing. Like they can't hold it back, so they're just gonna start sobbing at an award show. I mean, maybe they did. If they did, it is kind of funny, but I don't really believe it. I feel like that's a bit much, even for the, I don't know if they're like soy boys. I don't really follow it, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lumi, your thoughts?
All I got. It's all kind of stupid, really. And it's like if she mistake, like, you know, some other group of Asian dudes for, you know, the devs for Black Myth Wukong. Girl, not all Asians look alike. Don't be racist.
I think that's the one thing that you can take out of that is that
don't be racist.
Right.
Don't be racist.
Right. She's over there being like, yo, that Asian guy, clearly a Black Myth Wukong dev. You know, he crying like kind of racist. Just gonna throw it out there.
Watch him be like some indie gamer from like the middle west of America or something.
Right. You know, here's my thought on this. Who cares? Like if they're crying, you know what? Good for them. How often do you see athletes that get to the brink, get to the pinnacle, ultimately to lose, break down in tears because they lost, they didn't win the championship, right? These are teams that are people that devote their entire year to reaching their goal. In the case of like an athletic event, whether it's basketball, football, whatever, they play their entire season to get there. These people just devoted like 6-7 years of their life. So I think that the idea that them crying like, hey, I want a developer that's passionate about their game, passionate enough to where when they don't win, they do cry. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. And Wicked, I'm sorry to disagree with you here, but
It's okay.
I want somebody who's so passionate about their project and so confident in the response to their product that when they don't win, they're shocked. I have no problem
That's a fair point.
if they win or if they lose and they're crying, whether they're from China, whether they're from the States or whatever. Like, it shows that you put your heart into it and that you legitimately care. And I see some people in the chat said, like, men don't cry. Nah, dude, men cry. And I'm not saying like you need to be bawling like a baby, but there are times in your life where it's okay to cry. And when you devote over almost a decade of your life to something, thinking you have an opportunity to win it, and when in reality, it's, the people who are voting on this thing, let's not forget that 90% is voted on by the Access media, the same people who once again were writing hit pieces about your studio, right? So, they ended up winning the Gamer's Choice Award, which really is like the only award that truly matters at the Game Awards, right? I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, and I think that it's this idea that people are like pointing and laughing. Look, these people who are pointing and laughing at these dudes just at the thought of crying, these are the people who cry at the idea of being called the wrong pronoun. I have no sympathy. Like, get over yourself. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's my thoughts on this. So, anybody got anything closing on that?
Nope.
Okay. Let's move.
There you go.
Sorry. just kind of drove me crazy a little bit. Hayden came in at the 20 just now. Says, there's an article going around saying Wukong devs were upset, but in the translation context got lost. They made a joke about writing a speech 2 years ago and not understanding criteria for the Game Awards. None of us understand the Game Awards. Right. Of course, you're right.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Thanks, Hayden. Greatly appreciate that. Caleb Knight says, there are two types of crying. This determines if okay. All right, well, let me know what those two types of cryings are. And Student Soul Silver says, I'm getting high school bully vibes on that video. You're talking about the one with Alana? Yeah. All right, we'll get to the rest of your super chats. Oh, and I'm sorry. TJ Rose says, the Wukong team were sad because there was significant consequences from the CCP for not winning. Right. And I think that's the other thing about this is they were unsuccessful to their supreme overlord, General G or whatever his name is over there. Now they all have to die. Congratulations for not taking home the Game Award. All right, let's move on to our final story. Once again, guys, appreciate you popping in. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. It greatly helps discovery of the show. And if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you guys to join us. Once again, tomorrow we're having a big show. Going to be a big one. Big Christmas party extravaganza. We're going to have 8 people on the show.
7.
7?
Plus you and me.
Oh, 7 other people on the show. It's going to be great. So make sure you join us for that. Going to be a big Christmas send-off. All right, let's go to our final story, and that is YouTube cracking down on clickbait.
So I actually despise this entire year, but let's just go. Like, I want to do the hentai document. So it says.
I'm sorry. Did you say the hentai document?
No, I said the entire document.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's sure. Listen, if you want to go play the Sims University game that I showed yesterday about hentai femdom, that's your right. But don't tell me about it, okay? All right. Strengthening enforcement against egregious clickbait on YouTube. So this is from YouTube, by the way, and it says we're strengthening our efforts to tackle egregious clickbait on YouTube. This means we're planning to increase our enforcement against videos where the title or thumbnail promises viewers something that video doesn't deliver. This is especially important when the video covers topics like breaking news or current events, assuring viewers are misled about what they watch on YouTube. We'll start by slowly rolling this out in India over the coming months. So notice this is from India first. And it says, what is egregious clickbait? It occurs when the video's title or thumbnail includes promises or claims that aren't delivered within the video itself, especially when that content focuses on breaking news or current events. This can leave viewers feeling tricked, frustrated, or even misled, particularly in moments when they come to YouTube in search for important or timely information. Now, just pay attention to these in 2 little examples because it's like, wow, okay.
Okay.
A video title saying the president resigned, where the video doesn't address the president's resignation. And then also a thumbnail that says top political news on a video that doesn't include any news coverage.
Okay.
And it finishes up saying, to ensure creators have time to adjust to these enforcement updates, we'll start by removing content that violates this policy without issuing a strike. As we continue to educate creators, our enforcement efforts will prioritize new video uploads moving forward. What does that sound like to you?
It sounds like, I don't know. What are you getting at, Blabs?
This is a huge censorship.
You think this
Huge. Okay. Oh yeah, think about this. All right. So what happened in 2020, right? You weren't allowed to talk about certain news topics. They weren't deemed newsworthy. You weren't allowed to talk about. So what is YouTube deeming news? What does YouTube deem top political news? Like, this is all based on what they prefer, what they want you to see. This is all about censorship here. And what they will want you to post about and talk about. And if you don't do what they say, you get your video removed and then a strike. If you keep doing it. This is just censorship in a new weak package format going, look, we're helping. No more clickbait. Yes, queen.
Lumi, do you think this is censorship?
I think this is all so fucking stupid because it's like, okay, they want to have everything nice and tidy, no quote unquote misleading titles or thumbnails. If people are like, oh, they're covering news or whatever, but you know how a lot of people get their views, they kind of over exaggerate a bit to get the viewers. How YouTube even, like, wasn't it a couple years ago YouTube was like, hey, here's a way to get some people onto your videos, and they were kind of promoting clickbaity titles and everything. So it's like, I don't know what's up with the 180 on it. They want to essentially, what's the word here? It's like there's certain type of YouTubers that they do report on news, but they get a little silly with, like, you know, how they present it. So is this going to be their way of being like, okay, we don't like this person. We're just going to say they didn't cover enough of this, so let's just get rid of them. That type of thing. So it's probably not blatant censorship, but it's
it's a repackaged
around
form.
it, and yeah, it's censorship repackaged essentially.
Wicked?
Yeah, I agree with that. It might not be full-blown censorship yet, but where's the line and how far are they going to take it in the future if they're starting it with that? Like, oh, I don't agree. You have this in your thumbnail. And again, like she said, you only covered like 30 seconds of it, so that's not good enough for us. It's a little, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. And of course, there's some YouTubers that go like really full-blown with it, right? And it's really annoying. They don't talk about it at all, or they just straight up lie. But it's censorship. That's it's gonna get and they're gonna make it bigger too. They're starting with this, like, and I loved how they use educate. Like, oh, we're gonna educate creators. Like, thanks. Like, that seems a little I don't know.
On the nose.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but it's not a good idea. It's not good for creators.
No.
I don't think.
And they're just using this example for politics, but this can be for anything. Let's say some new toy comes out from Hasbro, and they're like, this new toy is X, Y, and Z. But then they don't really talk about X, Y, Z in the video, but they do talk about the toy in a different way, right? Oh, you did it wrong. You clickbaited. What? Like, who are you to say what is clickbait and what is not, right? Like, I feel like that's a very loose definition. It's again with all these terms of services with the video games. What's hate speech? What's offensive?
Right.
Well, it's the same thing.
Will you go back to the article about it, please? Just kind of want to go back through and look at this. It says, what is egregious clickbait? Occurs when a video's title and thumbnail includes promises or claims that aren't delivered within the video itself, especially when that content. Oh, excuse me. Woo.
Right.
Man, I'm yawning out there. It came out of nowhere, especially when that content focuses on breaking news or current events. This can leave viewers feeling tricked, frustrated, or misled. Okay, so I'm trying to
emotional.
Well, I'm trying to really kind of put myself back into the year 2020 on YouTube, right? With everything that was going on then. And there's, we talked about Adam earlier today, and Adam's channel was struck down, 9 times, he said, from saying
7 or something like that.
Whatever,
crazy amount.
More than he should have been. And everything that he was struck down about for the time was later deemed as accurate, right? So those things change over time.
Exactly.
Now, I'm trying to think of a title that could be seen as clickbaity or includes promises or claims that deliver that aren't delivered in the video itself in that situation. Because
But that's what YouTube deems.
right. Does it
Again.
Does it say what happens in the event of egregious clickbait? Or does it lay down
Yes. So it says if you do not hold these enforcements, which is like the new rules, they will remove the video. And then if you keep doing it, they're going to strike your channel.
Okay, so they just remove the video altogether.
Yeah.
Right. But you don't.
We'll start by removing content that violates this policy without issuing a strike. And then as they continue to educate, which is a key word here, we will prioritize new video uploads moving forward. So basically, they're going to like shadow ban you.
Also,
That's what I'm
thinking
getting
about
from
this,
that.
with them saying that they're going to prioritize new videos, does this mean they're going to start looking back at old videos and removing videos that people haven't really thought about in the past?
It's a great question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
They don't even tell us this. And again, this is in India first, I'm assuming, and then later on elsewhere on YouTube world.
And it's like, I don't know how long they've been trying to they wanted to do this, but I'm honestly surprised they didn't try to push it through before the election, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's something going on in India coming soon that we don't know about, that they're trying to like smother news about.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, Cobra Khan says a podcast not speaking over the topics in the stream title. You know, I think that can happen. I mean, we that happens to our show. I don't know, probably 5% of the time where we have something in the title and we just don't get to it, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll later try to remove that from the title, or we'll
Discuss it like the next day or whatever.
Right. And that happens, especially when you're doing live content. That happens. You have every intention of talking about it, but you don't necessarily get to it. It is what it is. Ghost Ravenstorm says, I'm pretty sure this is intended to go after AI videos that are completely misleading. I've seen an AI channel title their stuff exactly like that. Well, I think I would need to see an example. And I think they should provide specific examples. That would really help me as well. And this goes back to everything is so gray. This goes back to the Riot conversation we had about Riot. We're only going to enforce it if we talk about it. We're going to get our group of people together and we're going to talk about it. If it breaks the rules. Okay, well, what are the rules? Well, we'll figure it out once they get everybody together, right? There's a lot of gray area here, and I don't know. I do agree with you. I think that this move has good intentions behind it, but as always, the path to hell was paved through with good intentions, right? You see that all the time where there's the slippery slope. It happens every day, all the time, on every platform ever. And if you go back to where YouTube was, 5-6 years ago, even before 2020, to where it is now, the platform looks totally unrecognizable because it's just small change here, small change here, small change here. And eventually you have a platform that looks totally different than what it did, and with totally different rules than it did 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. B Chain says this means no more Sydney Sweeney and low cut dress on thumbnails where she isn't mentioned. Riot! I demand more booba thumbnails. Damn it, B Chain. We haven't put Sydney Sweeney in a whole lot of thumbnails where she isn't mentioned, but that doesn't mean we won't start. All right. Anything else, Blabs?
No, that was basically the big one for today.
Okay.
YouTube sucks. The end.
You said big one. All right. Look at Blabs. She's
Wow.
You also said veiny earlier, and that was really weird. Of all the words,
Veiny?
Yeah, you said veiny. It was weird. Very.
When
weird.
did I say that?
Weird.
Yeah, it was early in the show. I was like, "What?" And the only reason I thought of that was because somebody on Tuesday Night's Main Event they super chatted that Beardo eats a Snickers upside down so he could feel the vein of the Snickers. Anyways, I know. Listen, Blabs. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Me too. All right. Now
She just fell asleep now. Look
look at Lumi died. Lumi died. So sad.
powering down.
Womp womp.
So sad.
All right. we do have some super chats, but we do always like to allow our guests the opportunity to bounce before we get to said super chats, unless they are for them. Blabs, do we have any super chats for Wicked or Lumi?
I'm scrolling. Sorry, it's like I'm having to find all these.
That's Snickers' comment took her out.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't see any.
Okay, sounds good. Well, then let's let Wicked and Lumi go. Once Lumi wakes up, Wicked, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Kick, Instagram, X, and I also have a second channel on YouTube if you're into vlogs and food. If you want to check that out, it's in my link tree. So
let's go.
But yes, every Saturday, Saucy Saturdays, Blabs comes on sometimes.
Yeah,
she's been on a few times.
Cause trouble.
Yeah. Her and Disparu argue. It's great.
It's really fun. We argue like a married couple.
Yeah. There's always got to be someone to argue with Disparu. So when Blabs is there, me and X-Ray get a break.
Exactly.
Let's go.
You're welcome. Taking one for the team.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Well,
Lumi, are you alive? I think Lumi legitimately died. Just powered down.
She's like, I'll be right back.
I love it. All right, Wicked.
I wish we had like the Windows error sound. Bonk.
Bonk. Yeah, that's right.
You need to get it.
All right, well, get out of here, Wicked. Thank you so much for hanging out with us
thanks for
today.
having me. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thanks,
and when Lumi
Wicked.
wakes up, tell her I said it was nice to meet her and bye.
All right,
Bye,
sounds
Wicked.
good.
All right, bye, guys.
All right. Hey, just go full screen with Lumi real quick. I just want to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Please screen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I gotta go because my kid has an appointment.
Okay.
I gotta take her to.
Yep, we're giving you the opportunity to bounce. Hey, tell everybody where they can find you.
All right, you can find me over at my channel at Luna's Cove. I will be streaming Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm getting that all taken care of before the second game comes out. So I highly recommend it for anyone who hasn't played. You'll get over the combat system real quick.
All right, love it. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. Genuinely appreciate it, and we'll
Thanks,
see you. We'll
Mommy.
see you very soon. Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys
All right,
later.
all
Bye.
right, see you later.
Bye.
All right, let's get to some super chats today.
Okay, let me see where I missed stuff. Okay, the real Dark E says, you'll poke your eye out, kid.
I'm gonna try something, and it's gonna show up on screen. Let's see if this works. It did. There it is. Look, there's all your these. I can get to these too. Awesome. We'll get to those in just a
What?
second. All the direct donations.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I see those now. They're on the screen. I see them.
That's
Okay,
fine.
they're gone now.
Well,
All
look,
right.
they're right there, right in the middle
no,
of the
I'm
screen.
just gonna delay on YouTube's end.
There we go.
So,
Look at. Add your name
okay.
to the list, guys. Let's go.
Okay, so St. Jesus, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2, Garbage Day. Ian So Forth says all Bruce Willis movies are Christmas movies. This should not be controversial. Bike Short Senpai says, but Blabs, Pole Express has multi-track drifting trains. Yeah, so. Zevin Cross says, Arnold Woods, put the cookie down now.
Put
That's
the
best I
cookie
can do.
down.
There you go. Shadow says, favorite Christmas song? I'll go first. Christmas Truce by Sabaton. Dude, I'm guilty pleasure Wham! Last Christmas. I'm gonna be that guy. But I also do like Home Alone, the soundtrack.
Oh
by
yeah,
John Williams.
Awesome stuff. I'll say this. There was a song. This is really stupid. I was in Target the other day and I heard a song that I never heard before. That I was like, that's a great Christmas song, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't even know how to describe it because I don't know who sang it. But it was like super fun. So that may be my new favorite Christmas song, but I have no idea what it's called.
That was the most great story I've ever heard. Thank you so much.
I like Andy Williams too.
Okay.
It's the holiday season. And do and dickory dock. Don't forget
That was awful. I hate you now.
to hang up your sock.
Anyway, Brian says, it's nice to see that Superman's dad is Homer Simpson. Kalichi says, my only critique is it lacks the film grain finish. Thank you very much.
I'm going to put the chat on screen too, because we're streaming today in a different way, so I can do all these fun things.
Are you opening Chrome or something? You just got super delayed for a second there.
No, I'm good.
Don't mess with Chrome. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Suna Soul Silver says, I also feel apathetic just for the fact I'm 1,000% burned out on everything at live action entertainment, especially with, thank you so much for blocking my face, especially with how Canadian government self-imploded this week. I just want a break from this clown show. Mercer says, don't like James Gunn. What are you doing, you little shit? I see the delay. Don't like James Gunn. He's a bad dark side to him. Godzilla's greaser says every guy ought to have a pomodoro or an elephant. Fuck you, junk jelly roll. Fluffy Pro says I'm happy Guy Gardner is a redhead in the trailer, but why does he need the bowl cut? He hasn't had it for like 25 years. I'm really happy for Crypto. Mr. Terrific is nice to see you too. You shithead. Miku says, gonna see the early screen at 3 p.m. Go Sonic. Shane says, Craig lost control and Blabs drunk. Listen, everyone always says I'm drunk. I'm not. Anyway. Retro Meister says, new Superman movie is a nostalgic bait and switch just waiting to happen when we at least expect it. Gunn's definition of a flip-flop, we're doing whatever the wind blows. That makes me trust him less. Rolando says, you had one job, Blabs. Back to the tower. I'm doing my bestest. Targa says, Blabs temporarily reverted to the tower. Tired mode. David says, go home drunk. Go drunk, Blabs, you're home. What? Zevin says, I actually like the first Suicide Squad, but it's because of Enchantress. I have a thing for creepy government women. Can't help myself. That's weird. I think Craig got all these ones of GFuel for Endymion, so I will skip over those since we got them already. Says, my favorite feet enthusiast. Hi, Lum Lum. We got the weird one from Archman. Thanks so much. All right, I think I gotta scroll. Okay. Super Sentai Gay says gay.
Oh boy.
Super Sentai Guy says, catch me up, please. Game Studios can brick your PlayStation 5 now for weapons. I think, what did I miss? Matthew says, tax evasion, what the government did to take down the Italians that came over and just wanted to have a little piece of the pie. The government was like, nope, you can't have it. Nikki Felty says they arrested Al Capone in a Philadelphia movie theater for concealed carrying and then got them for tax evasion. Mercer says all taxations are theft and they will get justice. Sparky says that chick came out of nowhere, made one half-baked joke and got a podcast and manager. She's 200% a plant. I just don't know from whom. This one came in after Lumi left. Hey, Lumi, hope the charity streams are doing well. Mercenary says, 1987 as a kid, part of the family package. Listen, bro, 1987 Disney was not $10. I don't know what smoke you're smoking. Mercenary says, only people who say that have kids are monsters. TJ Rowe, I can stop moving now, okay? I'm just like Stevie Wonder over here.
Yeah, you were straight up Stevie Wonder there for a second.
Okay, the Wukong team was sad because there are significant consequences from the CCP for not winning. I had to edit this 4 times. Student Soul Silver says, I'm getting high school bully vibes on the video.
Yep.
Caleb says, there are 3 types of crime. Okay, we got that one too. Jerry says, I'm new here. I subscribed and had the like. Thank you very much. Mercenary says, I heard Blab say hentai. She's into it. No, I'm really not. That's weird. Mercenary says, read. We say what is clickbait or not you. Claudix says, you know how people could tell if it was a misleading title? The dislike button, which they've censored. Oh, you little shit, stop it! Anyway, it seems that YouTube is trying to level the playing field to have cooperate media to get more clicks, says Ari. Ghost says, I'm pretty sure this is intended to go after AI videos that are completely misleading. I've
just
seen
read
AI
that.
channel title stuff. They're exactly like this. B-Chain says, this means no more Sydney Sweeney in a low-cut dress, correct? And Mercy says, I use the app Shazam on my phone to find out. I've caught up. I'll let you back in now. Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you. Video Gamer came in with the 10, says fabulous Freedom Friday, Findom Friday Foxu. Wait, wrong episode. Wish Kirsha was back. And there you go. You keep popping out there, Blabs. There you go. Wish Kirsha luck with her big stream tomorrow, please. Since I probably won't watch live tomorrow, I'd like to wish Craig, Blabs, guest, and Normal Men a Merry Christmas. Video Gamer, thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly. Potatoes grow below the girth came in with the 10. Says just some normal innocent sports for some normal innocent men. I'm going to put it right here. There we go. Says if the Sonic movies are anything like the games, the 4th one will be the last good one. Thank you. Potatoes grow below. There you go. Delta came in with these 3 $1 tips. Says sucks about GFuel and mergers and leadership changes because there you go. Nice. Nice picture of me. There we go. That's good.
Doesn't cover you enough. I tried to get
fine.
rid of you.
You can cover me. That's fine. I know GFuel for the. Okay. That's fine. You can still do that. I can still read them. Delta says Blabs Alana is childless. She only brought the temporary disability chart out because she wanted to, quote, inform us the industry standard and used an effing Microsoft mobile infograph on how to get the most customers. And then Blabs says, Blabs, Alana is childless. And she said the exact same thing. Delta, thank you for that.
You just said Blabs says Blabs is what?
Yes, absolutely. And
you
then,
read well.
Then ADDF Toxic came in and says, Craig's pretty tall. The little shit is accurate. No, it's not at all. Not at all. I'm a tall man. Tall man. All right.
I think little shit's accurate.
You're a little shit. All right.
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
But I wear it proudly.
It's time to go.
How do you end this thing?
I got it. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging in.
YouTube?
Yeah. Taker says, are you watching the new Lion King? No, we're not. Thank you. No. All right, time to get out of here, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's our last episode until the Christmas break. With that said, it's going to be a big one. We got a lot of great guests lined up. Hey, go check out our sponsor. Once again, the link is down in the description. I'm telling you, it is a great sponsor. If you're into coding and all that stuff, boot.dev, head over there and get on that. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow when we're back at it again at 11 a.m. Central Time. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them, Blabs. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality. See, I don't even know because it ended like 2 hours ago.
We're still live. I just wanted to do this a little longer.
Oh.